Greetings and salutations and welcome to Brimley Bay's basketball on Eagle 95.1. Scott Nason broadcasting from the Carl Parker Memorial Gymnasium in Brimley, Michigan for this Class D district semifinal between the Brimley Bays and Rudyard Bulldogs in girls basketball. Our broadcast engineer tonight back in the Eagle 95.1 studios on Ashman Street is Brendan Benson, and joining us for color commentary, Katie Woolen. Katie, thanks for joining us on the broadcast, and welcome to Brimley.
Scott, thank you for having me. I'm always glad to come aboard with you to learn your ways.
Well, I don't know about learning my ways. We're going to definitely discuss some basketball as this a postseason game. And Katie, you're somebody that has played in postseason basketball, and we'll talk to Coach Ray Bell here during our pregame show here in a few minutes. But every team's 0-0. No, the records, you can throw everything out the window. You can technically be 0-20 during the season and still win the state championship. Now, neither of these teams are 0-20, but it's kind of a fresh start, isn't it, after both teams played in the regular season? They didn't win as many games as they lost. It's kind of a fresh start for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I think they're both coming into this game looking like they have a really good chance, and I think it's definitely a good game right ahead of us, Scott.
Brimley Bay's basketball brought to you by Bay Mills Community College, committed to providing affordable, culturally relevant, accessible, and high-quality educational opportunities to all. You can apply online at bmcc.edu today. Brimley enters this contest with a record of 4-15 in the regular season. Rudyard 5-14. Now, Katie, kind of a rare occurrence that happened as far as going into a district. These teams played a couple nights ago. As a matter of fact, a couple afternoons ago in Rudyard, as the Rudyard Bulldogs defeated the Brimley Bays, and it's a team that did beat Brimley twice during the regular season, but the old adage is it's tough to beat a team three times. You've seen Brimley a bit. They have gotten better over the course of the season. What do they need to do tonight, in your opinion, to beat this Rudyard team?
I think what I've seen from the Brimley Bays is they just need to give their full effort out on the floor every day, every game. Sometimes they lack that at the end of the game, if they're losing by a lot. So if they can just do that today and lock down on defense, it's all about defense, really. So if they can just do that, they'll win this game.
Brimley Bays basketball brought to you by Chippewa County Credit Union, where all families make one union, serving all of Chippewa County, member NCUA, an equal housing lender. The winner of this game, we do know who they will play on Wednesday night, as there were two semifinals that were slated to be played here tonight, as Engadine was scheduled to take on Ojibwe Charter, but we got word this morning, Katie, that Ojibwe Charter was unable to play for whatever reason, and so Engadine, really no surprise, will be in the district final on Wednesday. Now, that one will be played here in Brimley at 7 p.m., and if Brimley wins this game, we will be here for that broadcast. And, looking at this district, Katie, Engadine is the prohibitive favorite. They did have a very good record during the regular season. As a matter of fact, looking at their record, they were 11-9, but they have had some injuries as of late. And so really any team, I think, has a chance to win this district because, it's not like hockey where you have a 3, a 5, or a 7-game series where usually the more talented team prevails. In a one-game situation, really anything goes, doesn't it?
Exactly. I totally agree with you, Scott.
That's a good answer.
I know. Just all you have to do is agree with Scott, guys, and then
that does go a long way. There are some other district games going on tonight. Not a lot in this area. There is one game in Cedarville in Class D District 123. This is District 124. Detour will take on Pickford, that one in Cedarville, and the winner of that one will take on Cedarville, who's probably the heavy favorite in that district, although Pickford definitely can knock off some teams as well. The other game on Wednesday sees Maplewood Baptist taking on Mackinac Island, and that district championship will be on Friday at 7 p.m., that one in Cedarville. Now, the winner of this district will take on the winner of the District 121, which is happening in Gaylord St. Mary's. And one game tonight, Vanderbilt is taking on Burt Lake Northern Michigan Christian. And on the other side of the coin for the Cedarville district, they'll take on the winner of the Mackinac City district, going on obviously in Mackinac City. Mackinac City will take on Lansing tonight at 6, while Pellston will take on Harbor Light Christian at 7:30. And the other districts going on involving EUP teams won't start until Wednesday. In Class B, Sioux High will take on the winner of Menominee and Sheboygan. That game being played tonight. That game will be at Sioux High on Wednesday. in Class C, St. Ignace, a very heavy favorite. They'll be taking on Newberry in Newberry on Wednesday. And, well, those are all your EUP teams, Katie. And, St. Ignace, obviously, probably the one team of all the girls' teams that has a very good chance to advance to the Final Four. Have you had a chance to see St. Ignace? I've heard they're as good as they've been really in their history. And, well, they've won 5 state championships since 2000, so obviously a pretty good squad in St. Ignace. Doreen and Doug Ingles always do a great job. You saw them play here against Brimley a few weeks ago.
I was broadcasting the game with Todd when Brimley was playing St. Ignace. So, yes, they are a very good team, just as always. Great staff, coaching staff as always. I don't know. You just have to play great defense against that team, and you have to bring them down to your pace because they're going to be running the show.
Brimley Bay's basketball sponsored by the Wicked Sister. Burgers, starters, snacks, shareables, soups, and tapas. Voted the #1 pub in the UP on Ashman Street in Sioux, Michigan. As normally we would have our sports show, The Game, happening at 6 o'clock, but due to district basketball over the next couple weeks and potentially into early March, we won't be having the game from the Wicked Sister. But if you do want to hear our sports shows, you can go online and hear podcasts of the game. We'll be doing a couple broadcasts this week online only. You can find those at thegamesportshow.podbean.com. And you can also hear the podcast of this broadcast. So if you're at the game and want to hear maybe some of the highlights or just want to hear it again, keep it for the archives. We put those games up there as well. Brimley Bay's basketball is sponsored by Chuck Renzi Ford. You've got a relative in the car business at Chuck Renzi Ford in Newberry, located on 309 Newberry Avenue, or on Facebook at Chuck Renzi Ford of Newberry. Katie, before we go to break, you had a chance to broadcast the boys' game on Friday night against Pickford with Todd Olmstead as the Brimley Bay's boys team, after a little bit of a slow start, they cruised to a victory, 15-3 on the season. They'll play a couple games this week, Tuesday in Rudyard, Thursday against Detour, and they were just ranked in the top 10 in the state by Mitch McCaig of the Detroit Free Press.
Okay, that's news to me.
That's breaking news today as ranked number 9. Real quick, going into districts next week, Katie, what do you think about that Brimley Bay's boys team?
Okay, that Brimley boys team has a lot of potential. I mean, just like you said, they were a little bit slow in the first half, but because it was 24-20, but right after the halftime, they pulled away and won by like 23 points. So they're definitely a great team with a lot of potential. They have the heart, they have the will, they definitely want to win, you can tell. So nothing but good things for that team.
And we'll have their district game on Monday, a week from tonight, in Engadine at 5:30. An earlier start time. Myself and my son, Vance Nason, and possibly Todd Olmstead will be joining us for that broadcast. We're going to take our first break in the pregame show. When we come back, we're going to hear from the head coach of the Brimley Bays, Ray Bell, talking about the regular season and looking forward to tonight's game between Rudyard and Brimley in girls basketball. You are listening to Brimley Bays basketball on Eagle 95.1. Joining us on the pregame show is Brimley Bay's head basketball coach, Ray Bell. And, well, Coach, this is the time of year where everybody has the same record. It's district basketball time. Before we look at tonight's game against Rudyard, overall thoughts on the regular season heading into this district semifinal?
Overall, I thought we've improved as the year's gone along. We had a 4-game stretch where we won 2 games, lost 2 by a combined total of 6 points, the 2 losses. Beat a ranked Harbor Light Christian team. We brought up a couple of freshmen and a sophomore late, and we seem to be playing better.
Let's talk about that addition of your 2 players off the JV roster. Obviously have been heavily involved in those games. What have they brought to this team as far as, just a different look, or what are some of the things that they brought to this team?
Cora is probably the best defender right now in the varsity. She's super quick. Has excellent footwork, and she's very fast. Her weak side has kind of been her offense. She's not as comfortable, or maybe confident's a better word, but she's been doing better and better each game. She's a great free throw shooter. I believe she's like 10 for 10 from the line, and our overtime win against Detour, she had some nice free throws at key moments. Victoria is a sophomore. She's a post player. She brings us ability to score inside, and she has a good sense of anticipating where the ball is going to go on the defensive end and gets some blocks and steals and gets us going in our fast break.
Districts here at home, district semifinal against Rudyard, a team that you're very familiar with. You played them a couple days ago in that makeup game. The Rudyard did win both games against you, but again, they say the adage, it's tough to beat a team 3 times. What do you know about Rudyard? How do you beat them tonight?
Cierra Molina is a great basketball player. We've got to kind of keep her points down, make her work really hard, and Lane Clegg is the other key player. Those are the keys you have to stop. Their offense and the way their team runs is based on how well those two are playing. If we can shut them down, maybe not shut them down, make them work really, really hard to get their points, is how we got to win.
Looking at your team, Coach, who do you need, a couple players maybe that really need to step up and have a big game if you're going to advance to the district final on Wednesday against Engadine?
The games that we've won, we've had multiple players scoring between 8 and 14 points. Kendra Carrick's going to score her points. We need somebody else inside the scored points. It could be Victoria, could be Abby, could be Julia. We need guards to score. We need to have more of a balanced approach. And then when we've been patient on offense and work the ball around, that's when we function best. We have some bad stretches where we get stuck just staying on one side of the court.
Coach Ray Bell joining us on the pregame show. Coach, best of luck tonight against Rudyard. We'll talk to you after the game and hopefully have a district final to look forward to on Wednesday. Good luck against the Bulldogs tonight.
We'll take all the luck and hopefully Wednesday.
And we'll be back with more on the pregame show here on Eagle 95.1. Scott Nason along with Katie Woolen back in Brimley, Michigan for our Class D district semifinal in girls basketball between the Rudyard Bulldogs and the Brimley Bays. Starting lineups being announced right now. Starting for the Rudyard Bulldogs, wearing number 34, Jaden Mesnard. Starting for the Brimley Bays, number 20, Tamissa Archambault. Starting for the Rudyard Bulldogs, wearing number 54, Lane Clegg. Starting for the Brimley Bays, number 30, Abby LaRue. Starting for the Rudyard Bulldogs, number 5, Hannah Beelan. For the Bays, starting at center, wearing number 22, Victoria Aikens. Starting for Rudyard tonight at guard, number 4, Erin Maloney. Starting for the Brimley Bays at guard, wearing number 24, Ivory Maxwell. And starting for the Rudyard Bulldogs, wearing number 12 at guard, Cierra Molina. The Rudyard Bulldogs are coached by head coach Carlos Molina. And starting at guard for the Brimley Bays, wearing number 34, Kendra Carrick. Of course, the Brimley Bays are coached by head coach Ray Bell. So Brimley in their blue uniforms with the white trim, Rudyard in their white jerseys with the orange trim. Brimley will be going right to left as seen on your radio dial. This winner of this game, I should say, will take on Engadine. That game will be at 7 o'clock here in Brimley on Wednesday. And, of course, if Brimley wins that one, we'll have the call right here on Eagle 95.1. So, Katie, here we go. Playoff time. March Madness starting on February 26th.
I'm very excited for that as well.
You got to like that. As number 22, Victoria Aikens will take the jump for Brimley. Against number 5, Hannah Beelan. Beelan has a couple inches of height on her, but, hey, sometimes you see jump balls can be won by anyone. So here we go.
It's all about your vertical, Scott.
That's right. Well, I have none, so that's why I'm here. Now the tip won by Beelan, and Mesnard picks that up on the other side of the court. Here come the Bulldogs. These two teams, that's got to be an over and back. How about that? I don't know if I've ever seen that. As Jaden Mesnard got the tip from Beelan, she passed it forward, and so Beelan reverse course back in mid-court violation, whatever the heck you call it.
So she technically could have made a basket, but she went backwards, and then she got an over in the back.
Not exactly the start Coach Molina wanted. You just got to chuckle when that happens. I was going to say, I thought Brimley was going right to left. I hesitated while she did that. Now the Bays with the ball. These teams met twice. Rudyard won both games. Now Brimley with the ball. Top of the circle, Kendra Carrick. Carrick being guarded by Mesnard. Double team. Now passes it over to Ivory Maxwell. Archambault bounce pass, left elbow inside. Bobbled it for a moment. That was number 22 for the Brimley Bays. Victoria Aikens puts up the shot, but she was fouled. She'll shoot two.
Yeah, way to get. I don't know who passed that in. Who was that? That was.
You tell me.
I think that was Abigail LaRue. Abigail LaRue. She passed it in, and that was just a great pass.
First free throw by Aikens. Good. Victoria Aikens. So it's 1-0 Bays. She misses the second. Rebound goes to Mesnard. That foul was on number 5, Hannah Beelan, her first. Now long three, Molina. That one rattles out. Rebound, Archambault, picked up by the Bays. Victoria Maxwell. Now Maxwell quickly up court. Archambault wide open underneath. Archambault, though, double teamed. Didn't quite shoot it in time. That's going to be a foul, and that one I think is going to go against Brimley, Katie. As looks like that one would be a pushing foul. I think on LaRue it is, her first. 1-0 Brimley. 30 seconds into this contest. The winner of this one will take on Engadine Wednesday night here at 7 o'clock in Brimley. Now here's Molina, finds some space, puts up the right-hand shot. Good. Cierra Molina's first two. And Rudyard leads 2-1, 7:10 to play in this first quarter. Now the Bays with the ball on the right wing, Archambault. Looking inside, now pass it out to Carrick. Carrick being guarded by Mesnard, pair of 34s. Now on the near side, Maxwell looking inside. That one's stolen by Beelan, looking for LaRue. Here's Molina with it. Cierra Molina across the midcourt line. Now bounce pass on the near side. Picked up by Lane Clegg. Over to Molina. Now up top, Mesnard. She likes to shoot from there. Passes that one up. Now Mesnard almost lost it. Keeps the dribble. Mesnard now inside. That one deflected out of bounds by Aikens. Will stay with the Bulldogs.
That was great defense by the Brimley Bays right there, Scott.
Now Chesney Molina will check in for the Rudyard Bulldogs, replacing Jaden Mesnard. Now Cierra Molina. Long pass over the far side. Beelan. Now Beelan drives, finds some space, puts it up off the glass and in. As the Bays now trail 4-1. Brimley walking the ball up court. Kendra Carrick across the midcourt line. Over to Archambault. Archambault being guarded there by Maloney. Now Archambault almost thought she'd travel, but she kept her foot stationary. Now here's Archambault near corner. Archambault being guarded by Maloney. Good defense by her. Now Archambault in the paint. Puts up a tough shot. That one's no good. Rebound picked up by Clegg. Good defense there by Maloney. Now here's Cierra Molina. Nice move inside, finding space. No, but she'll shoot two. Back to live action here in Brimley as our plug was unplugged apparently by a youngster over on the far side, so we'll keep an eye on that. You didn't miss anything. No scoring while we were gone. 5 minutes to play in this first quarter. 4-1 in favor of Rudyard. Now Rudyard inside. Nice block there. Oh, they call a blocking foul there, and boy, that was a tough call, I think, Katie, on Victoria Aikens. That looked like all ball to me.
I definitely agree. I definitely thought that was all ball. That was great defense right there by Victoria Aikens.
And Aikens will get charged the foul, the third here in the first quarter, and Molina at the line. She's missed all three. She missed a pair of free throws while we were off air for a moment, as our youngster there needs to stay away from that cord. I'm a little nervous there about that cord. We need to get Coach Bathy to get his son. He's about to unplug that thing again on us. Now the second free throw. I always wonder, that's the first time that's ever happened here, Katie. Second free throw up, no good, so Molina misses them both. And the rebound goes to Wilcox. 4-1 in favor of Rudyard. 3 minutes into this game now at LaRue with the shot, no good. Rebounded by Aikens along the baseline. Now bounce pass, finding some space. Shot there by Stenglin, no good. Rebound picked up by Clegg. Here come the Bulldogs. Lane Clegg with it, driving. Left of the lane. Now Clegg up top. Molina likes to shoot from there. She does and misses everything. And that'll go back to Brimley. Both teams not really finding their offensive rhythm so far here, Katie.
Not yet, but you have seen some good defensive efforts by both teams.
4:30 to play in this first quarter. 4-1 Rudyard. Brimley with the ball. Carrick gets it to Blake between the circles. Cora Blake over in the far corner. That one goes off of her hands out of bounds. And so Brimley a little sloppy to start this game, especially on the offensive end here, Katie.
Yeah, Scott, the Rudyard Bulldogs, they just keep denying that pass.
4:10 to play here in this first quarter. Rudyard with the ball leading 4-1. Now a steal there. Nice one by Stenglin. Now Stenglin puts up a tough shot there. Thought she might have been better served, Katie, to just drive the basket there. She kind of stopped and then kind of lost her rhythm.
Yeah, I think she kind of hesitated because she knew that the defender was coming at her, so she just wanted to pull up that jumper.
So the Bays to inbound. Carrick gets it inside. Shot off the glass and one. As Victoria Aikens puts that one in, she has all three Brimley points, and it's 4-3 Rudyard.
Scott, Victoria Aikens, it's only been 4 minutes in this game, but I have seen the most production out of her so far for the Brimley Bays. She's doing a great job offensively on the boards and defensively as well.
Free throw up and good, so she makes her free throw. Brimley 2 of 3 from the line. Rudyard 0 of 4, and we're tied at 4 halfway through this first quarter. Cierra Molina over to Chesney Molina. Now Cierra. Up top on the right wing, Maloney. Inside, Beelan. They're both tall. I get them mixed up from time to time. Now a steal by the Bays. Brimley with it. Tied at 4. Now Carrick launches from 3 off the back heel. Rebound goes to Chesney Molina. Over at the far sideline. Chesney Molina with it. Molina bounce pass to Cierra Molina. Inside, Beelan. Outside, Maloney launches. And that one just rattled out. Rebound picked up by the Bays, Aikens. Now here's Aikens with the ball. Over to Carrick. Carrick, top of the circle. Gets it to Blake. Cora Blake had it stolen there by Molina. Now Cierra Molina drives, and a nice block there. Coming back is Kendra Carrick. That's just good aggressive play there, not giving up on the play, Katie.
I think that's the most aggressive I've ever seen Kendra Carrick play, so that was a great play by her.
3:11 to play in this first quarter. We are tied at 4. Brimley on defense. Here's Hannah Beelan. On the right wing, Clegg, she launches from 3, and that one's good. So Lane Clegg hits the 3, her first 3, and the Bays trail by 3. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. A lot of 3s in that sentence. Now here's Beelan with the steal. Rachel Beelan gets it to Molina. Fake shot, and another block there, this time by Ivory Maxwell. So Brimley's making it tough for Rudyard right now, Katie, on the defensive end. They're blocking quite a few shots here in this first quarter.
I totally agree with you, Scott. They're doing great defensively, but they just need to get their rhythm going on the offensive end.
Now here's Clegg. Almost traveled, keeps her dribble. Inside, shot blocked there by Maloney. Chesney Molina with the shot. That one's no good. Picked up by Stenglin for the Bays. Bays trail by 3, 2:35 to play in this first quarter. Now here's Carrick driving. Carrick puts a shot up, no, but she was fouled, and she'll shoot 2 free throws. That'll be the 3rd team foul on Rudyard. Bays 2 of 3 from the free throw line. That one on Clegg, her first. And so at the line, Kendra Carrick looking for her first points. First free throw up and good, so it's now 7-5. As Autumn Aikens checking in for Brimley, replacing Victoria Aikens. So a lot of sisters as far as on the court. You have the Beelans, you have the Molinas for Rudyard, and you have the Aikens for Brimley. Second free throw, no good.
I know when I was in high school, I was on my team with my sister as well. So
now here's Chesney Molina with the left-handed layup shot, good. Her first 2. Rudyard leads by 4. 2:20 to play here in this first quarter. Carrick with the ball. Carrick over the far corner. Now back in the paint, shot. That one blocked by Beelan. Brimley keeps the ball. Now here's Carrick inside. Tough defense there by Cierra Molina. And a steal up to Chesney Molina. She's going to try to lay it up. Oh, kind of a wild shot there. Now on the rebound, no good. And that'll be Lane Clegg shooting 2 for the Rudyard Bulldogs.
Both teams doing really great defensively, Scott. I see a lot of block shots that I've ever seen in high school girls basketball in the first quarter.
Now there have been a lot of shots blocked. That foul on Ivory Maxwell, her first, team foul number 4, as Rudyard really struggling from the free throw line. 0 of 5 so far tonight. As Clegg misses the first free throw, she'll shoot one more. And that one rattles in, so they finally get their first free throw. Clegg with 4. And the Bays trail by 5 with the ball. Minute 50 to play in this first quarter. Now here's Autumn Aikens up top. Carrick being guarded by Cierra Molina. Now Carrick over to Stenglin. Stenglin with the ball. Archambault lost the dribble, but it went off the Rudyard player out of bounds. We'll stay with Brimley. Brimley Bays basketball sponsored by O'Connor's in Pickford. Check out their full line of Dodge, truck, Ram, and Jeep vehicles. Carrick to inbound for the Bays. They trail by 5, looking inside. That's Maxwell. She'll bring it back out. Ivory Maxwell, who missed some action with an injury, back in the lineup for Brimley. Now between the circles. Up top, now stolen by Clegg. Lane Clegg lost it, picked up by Archambault. Archambault passes it over to Carrick. Over at the far sideline, Carrick, and that's going to be a blocking foul, and that might go on Molina. Cierra Molina, if it is, that's her second. It is. 1:18 to play here in this first quarter. 10-5 in favor of Rudyard. As that'll be Olivia Wilcox checking in for Archambault. Now a lob pass up top to Carrick. Carrick on the right wing over to Wilcox. Now Wilcox drives, had it stripped by Molina. Boy, Cierra Molina's playing some good defense here. She drives, puts up the layup. No. That one rebound by Chesney, hits the bottom of the backboard. And so Rudyard's had a lot of layup opportunities, Katie, but they're not scoring on many. Now kind of some wild action here as that shot short by Stenglund. She picks up the rebound. We'll have a jump ball as, well, it hasn't been as artistic of a game as maybe, but it's been a hard-fought game so far.
Yeah, Rudyard, they're getting all those open looks, but I think they're just rushing their shot.
57 seconds to play in this first quarter. 10-5 Bulldogs. Carrick to inbound. Looking, lob pass up top to Maxwell on the left wing, being guarded by Chesney Molina. Here's Maxwell between the circles for Brimley. 50 seconds to play in the first. Bounce pass. Taken there by Wilcox. Oh, she just avoided the over and back. Now inside, Autumn Aikens in the paint. She lost the ball. That one's stripped out of her hands, but the Bays will keep it.
There's definitely a lot of contact that I can see from the Rudyard defense right now, and I think Brimley's getting a little frustrated, but they're definitely fighting back.
39.9 seconds remaining in this first quarter. The winner of this one will take on Engadine on Wednesday. The Bays win. We'll have that one here on the Eagle. Now here's Wilcox with it. Wilcox, tough shot. No good. Rebound by Mesnard. A lot of contact here on both sides of the court. Here's Mesnard with it. Bounce pass, Chesney Molina. Under 30 seconds to play. Now Mesnard looking inside, launches a long two. That one short. Rebounded by Carrick. Kendra Carrick with the ball. The Bays are going to win this game. She's going to need to score. She drives, puts up the left-handed shot. No good. Rebound goes to Maloney. Now a lob pass out front to Mesnard. She drives, and that'll be a foul. As, again, that one looked like it was close to being all ball, but there's a little contact according to our official.
Yeah, I think it's because the two Brimley girls were collapsed on her, so they called that.
That foul will be on Cora Blake, her first, team foul number 5. So Mesnard at the line. She'll shoot 2. First free throw rattles in. As she gets her first point. And Rudyard's second free throw, that goes in. 11-5 Rudyard. 10 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Mesnard's second free throw, also good. So she has 2. And the Bays trail by 7. 10 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Carrick with it at the midcourt circle. Now Carrick, lob pass inside. Blake puts up a shot at the buzzer, no good. And after 1 quarter of play here in Brimley, it's 12-5 in favor of Rudyard. We'll be back with the second quarter here on Eagle 95.1. Back to live action here in Brimley, Michigan. Class D district semifinal between Rudyard and Brimley in girls basketball. The Bulldogs lead by the score of 12-5 as Mesnard misses that shot to start the second quarter. Bays with the ball. Lane Clegg with 4 to lead Rudyard, and Victoria Aikens with 4 for Brimley. Now that shot off the side of the rim there, or backboard rather, by Carrick. Now she launches a 3 right wing. No, that one bounces out as bodies go to the floor on the rebound, and we're going to have a jump ball. And this one has been a very physical game here, Katie, to start.
Yeah, that was a great rebound by Abigail LaRue. She got tied up with a Rudyard player, but great defense, great offensive rebounding effort by her.
Now Carrick over to Blake. She launches the 2. That one's short. They just can't get one to fall right now. Now another chance inside. That shot missed by Victoria Aikens, and that's going to be a foul on Brimley. That'll be their 6th. Brimley Bays basketball sponsored by Bay Mills Resort and Wild Bluff Golf Course. Never too early to start thinking about golf, and never too cold or wintry to stay at the Bay. That foul on LaRue, her second. Rudyard with the ball, leading by 7. 7:15 to play in the second quarter. Here's Clegg, near corner for the Bulldogs. Being guarded there by LaRue. Good defense by her, but a nice pass inside Molina. She avoids the contact, misses the shot. Rebounded by Cora Blake. Now here's Blake. Some contact there, but they call it carry there.
I'm not quite sure if I agree with that, Scott.
I thought there might have been some
close.
contact, too. As Coach Ray Bell pleading his case there among with some of the fans to our right.
Yeah, she only carried it because she hit the Rudyard defender. So
Rudyard with the ball, leading by 7. 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Cierra Molina thought about the 3, now drives. Cierra Molina lost the ball, but the Bays lost it again as Maloney puts up a shot. Good. So Erin Maloney with her first 2. Want to say hello to Kathleen listening tonight. Her mom came up before the game asking where our online feed was, and well, she's listening in Traverse City. We're going to have a foul, and that'll be against Brimley, so that'll be a 1-and-1 situation I believe, for Rudyard. They call that, what do they call that, Katie? I missed that. No foul?
I thought they called that foul on a Rudyard guard. It might have been number 4, Aaron Maloney.
Yeah, no foul on the board. So Bays with the ball, trailing by 9. Now inside, nice pass into Victoria Aikens. And, well, she's been the offense right now for Brimley.
Yes.
She has 6 of their 7 points. Bays trail by 7. Chesney Molina. Bounce pass to Cierra Molina up top. Cierra Molina on the right wing, now driving the paint, finding some space. She just has not gotten that shot to fall as she misses another one. Now on the rebound, we're going to have a jump ball situation. And I believe that's going to keep the ball with Rudyard. 6:09 to play here in this second quarter.
Definitely very physical and exciting game here today, Scott.
Absolutely. Jim Lee Hockey leaving here after taking some video for 9 and 10 News. You can find highlights of this game later on as Hannah Beelan puts in a 2 in the paint for the Bulldogs. She has 4. The Bulldogs lead by 9. Blake with it. Cora Blake with the ball. Now that one's stripped out of her hands. Bays retained possession. Kendra Carrick now finding some space, driving, missing the shot. Rebound Stengel, and that one's swatted by Mesnard out of bounds. Nice defense by her. Brimley Bays. Oh, go ahead, Katie.
I was just going to say, great effort by Kendra Carrick. If she just needs to make those layups, and Brimley Bays will be smooth sailing from there.
Now Autumn Lemmerman checking in for Rudyard, replacing Hannah Beelan. Kendra to inbound for the Bays. Bays trail by 9. Now Blake gets it top of the circle. Cora Blake over at the far side. She draws the double team. Blake keeping the dribble. 4 players on her. It's got to be somebody wide open. She finds her. It's Victoria Aikens who has 8. Nice job by Blake just to keep that ball alive. Now bounce pass to Clegg on the left wing. 16-9 Rudyard. Now Clegg trying to find some space. Backs it out to Cierra Molina. Now Molina inside. Bad pass. Stolen by Archambault. Here's Archambault across the midcourt line for Brimley. Bounce pass. Carrick fakes the shot. Drives. Puts up the shot. No. Just can't get one to fall. But Archambault on the rebound. She puts it in. And we're going to have a timeout by Coach Carlos Molina. Brimley on a 4-0 run. And they trail 16-11 with 5:12 to play here in this second quarter.
Brimley Bays doing great defensively right now, Scott. That's what caused them to get those last 4 points. So if they can just keep that up, they're in this game.
Brimley Bays basketball sponsored by Baymart, Sunoco, and Gift Shop. You can stop in before the game. They have competitive fuel prices, fresh coffee, fresh donuts, Powerades, Monsters, and more. And this timeout brought to you by Mimic Insurance and the LaPrade Agency, reminding all school and healthcare employees that you can receive up to 35% discounts on your home and auto insurance when you're with Mimic. Contact the LaPrade Agency at 635-5981 to find out how. One of these days I'm going to have to call them and find out how. I've never done that. I read the commercial all year and I've never called them. Off the timeout, Brimley trailing by 5. Rudyard with the ball. Cierra Molina now fakes inside, puts up a tough shot, no good. They're really closing that lane down on her. Rebound by Aikens. Rather check that. Here's Carrick with pass that goes off of Blake's hands out of bounds. Will go back to Rudyard. 16-11 Bulldogs, under 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Now here's Clegg in the paint. Clegg puts up a tough shot, no good. Rebound goes off of, I believe, Clegg's hand. And they're going to say that went off of Brimley hand. Yes, it goes to the Bulldogs.
I think they're going to say it went off of Victoria Aikens' hand.
So Chesney Molina to inbound for the Bulldogs. Gets to Clegg, puts up a quick shot. That one's no good. Rebound inside. Rachel Beelan puts it up and in. Her first 2 as the Bulldogs really spreading the wealth as far as scoring. 7 players have scored for Rudyard. They lead by 7. Now here's Archambault on the left wing being guarded by Rachel Beelan. Archambault top of the circle. Over to Carrick. Kendra Carrick, nice pass. Blake puts up the 2. No good. Rebound inside. Stenglin puts it up. That one's no good. There seems to be a lid on both baskets right now. Chesney Molina for the Bulldogs. Over to Cierra Molina. Fakes the 3 and she'll be, a travel before the foul. Yeah, that's the first traveling we've had tonight, Katie.
Yeah, the Brimley Bays, they're doing a great job rebounding offensively. That's the best I've seen them this year. They just keep getting second chance opportunities, so they just need to make those shots.
Halfway through this second quarter, Bays trail by 7. Archambault on the right wing being guarded by Rachel Beelan. Now Archambault inside, bounce pass, stolen again by Molina. Cierra Molina, pass, Chesney Molina puts up with the right hand, good. I think they've practiced that over the years. Chesney Molina with 4. The Bays trail again by 9. Carrick across the midcourt line for Brimley. Kendra Carrick on the left wing to Stenglin. Now Stenglin, left of the lane, had that one stripped out of her hands and goes off of her. Will go back to the Bulldogs. Substitutions coming in for Brimley as Olivia Wilcox checking back in. 3:33 to play in the second quarter. 20-11 in favor of Rudyard. Postseason March Madness starting a little bit early in February. Beelan gets it to Beelan. Rachel Beelan to Hannah Beelan. Now she had it stripped out of her hands. And boy, there's got to be a foul there as Hannah Beelan was just all over the back of, I believe, Maxwell, and no call. Now here's Wilcox. She launches a three right wing. Yes,
beautiful
ma'am.
Shot.
Olivia Wilcox nails the three, the first for the Bulldogs, and they trail by 6, kind of just hanging around, for the Bays rather, they trail by 6. Now here's Cierra Molina. I think a foot was on the line, but she misses the shot. Rebound batted out to Clegg. Lane Clegg right of the lane for the Bulldogs. Over to Chesney Molina. Now here's Rachel Beelan. To Cierra Molina faking the three. Molina pass near side. Clegg over to Chesney Molina as they pass it around the horn. Rachel Beelan drives, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound picked up by Stenglin. Bays trail by 6 with the ball. 2:30 to play in the second quarter. Ivory Maxwell pass over to Wilcox. Pressured by Beelan. Now Wilcox finds some space. Puts up the runner, no good. Rebound inside Stenglin. Now Stenglin, far corner. And that's going to be I believe a foul on, is that on Rudyard, Katie? On Beelan.
I thought they called on Stenglin for a second, but the ref indicated that someone kicked her, so.
Beelan's second foul, team foul number 5 for the Bulldogs. Now here's LaRue over to Stenglin. She puts up the shuttle on the baseline, no. Rebound inside, Aikens. Aikens underneath, Stenglin wide open off the glass, misses that one, gets her own rebound. Third opportunity, good.
That's what I'm talking about, Scott. They keep getting those second chance opportunities, and they just need to let those shots fall.
Yeah, and they're going to hit some of those shots. I mean, they're getting some good looks underneath. They trail by 4. Now a bad pass there by Cierra Molina, and so Brimley just kind of hanging around right now, Katie, but they're only down 4 with less than 2 to play here in the first.
Yeah, this is a great game so far, Scott.
Now here's Kendra Carrick. Carrick just with 1 point, so they've got to be liking that they're this close with her just getting 1. Now nice pass inside. That's Aikens. Double team. Shot. Stenglin good. Julia Stenglin off the glass. She called bank. I heard her in a timeout. For Brimley, Coach Ray Bell, a lot of high fives on the sideline as the Brimley Bays trail by the score of 20-18 with 1:41 to play here in the second quarter. The safety of kids while playing school sports is at an all-time high. Better equipment, better coaching, better health education, and better playing rules make the environment as safe as it can be. Learn more about all aspects of safety in school sports by visiting the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. This message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Coming up, we'll have our Superior Pizza and Subs halftime show as Brimley has trailed by as many as 9 twice, but they find themselves down by 2. Rudyard with the ball, 1:40 to play here in the second quarter. Cierra Molina with the ball over to Rachel Beelan. Now Chesney Molina on the right wing. She launches a three. That one's way off. Rebound inside, Hannah Beelan. Gets it to Rachel Beelan. Up top, Molina. She launches a three. That one's good. Cierra Molina hits her first 3. She has 5, and the Bays now trail by 5. 1:15 to play here in this second quarter. Now Wilcox inside. Aikens shot, no good, but a foul before the shot. And will they give her 2 on that one, Katie, or no? I think that was before the shot.
Yeah, it was before the shot.
And that one on Hannah Beelan, she has 3, so Coach Carlos Molina shakes his head, but he's got to take Hannah Beelan out. You don't want to get her 4th foul in the first half. 23-18 Rudyard, 1:12 to play here in this second quarter. Kendra Carrick to inbound for the Bays. She just has 1 point on the night. Victoria Aikens with 8 to lead the Bulldogs. Now they're going to say, well, that's the 7th foul, I guess, on Rudyard. So it will be a 1-1, Katie. They only had 5 on the board, so they must have forgot to put one up there. So here's a 1-1 opportunity. Free throw, no good. That one by Aikens. So that's the first free throw attempt here in this second quarter. Now quickly down court, Rachel Beelan misses the shot underneath, and a nice job there. Smart play by Maxwell. She could have picked that one up, but Off the miss, she just let it go out of bounds. Now here's Autumn Aikens checking in for Brimley, replacing Stenglin, who has those 4 points here in this second quarter. Here's Carrick with it across the midcourt line. You would expect her to get hot at some point in this game. She hasn't gotten her shot to fall, but eventually I think they will. Here's Archambault with it. Over to Aikens, rather Carrick. Now Carrick lost the ball on the baseline, and that's going to stay with Brimley. Carrick to inbound. 50 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Now Carrick looking, finding a player, but that one's stripped out of her hands. Lane Clegg with the rebound. Now Clegg in the paint. Almost traveled. Fans thought she did. Now Clegg gets it. Long two near side. That one's off the mark. Boy, Rudyard really missing their last couple shots badly. 30 seconds to play. Carrick across the midcourt line for Brimley between the circles. On the near side, that's Maxwell. Drives, now dishes out to Autumn Aikens. Aikens in the paint. That one blocked by Rachel Beelen. Up to Archambault. She puts up the shot short. Rebounded by Cierra Molina. 20 seconds to play. Cierra Molina drives. Pass inside Rachel Beelen. Puts up the shot. Good.
That was a great pass.
Rachel Beelen with 4. The Bays trail by 7. 10 seconds to play. Carrick with the ball. Carrick over the near side, Archambault. She launches the 3. That one way off. Rebound picked up by Aikens. No good. Bays will get one more chance here, Katie, with 1.2 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Now Carrick to inbound. Carrick trying to find somebody open. They're going to have to shoot it quickly. They do. Autumn Aikens, she launches the 3. No good. And at half, Rudyard leads Brimley by the score of 25-18 here in this Class D District semifinal. We'll take a break and be back with our Superior Pizza and Subs halftime show here on Eagle 95.1. Scott Nason, Katie Woolen back here in Brimley, Michigan for our Superior Pizza and Subs halftime show. Superior Pizza and Subs, they're located on West 6 Mile in Brimley, Michigan, right near the Brimley State Park. They have the best pizza. They have the best subs. They're Superior Pizza and Subs. How can they not, Katie? They got Superior in their name. They automatically, I mean, you got to be good if you're putting Superior in there, don't you?
You have to be, and I actually love their pizza, so thank you to Superior Pizza and Subs, Matt Bathy, right? Yep.
That's right.
Great business, business.
That's right, and his son, we had a little talking to here over the break there as he was playing with the plugs there as we went off the air just briefly there in the first quarter. Katie, our score here in this Class D District semifinal, it's Rudyard with a 25-18 lead over the Brimley Bays. Before we recap the scoring, just your thoughts overall on the first half.
Well, I definitely love the effort from both of these teams, Scott, Rudyard and Brimley. Defensively, they're both working really hard. You can tell that they both really want to win this game. And especially Brimley, defensively, that's the best I've seen them play defense all year.
Yeah, a lot of block shots. Both teams have had really good scoring opportunities. I mean, I think Brimley has probably had maybe the better of the shot selection there as far as a lot of shots in the paint that they've just ended up just missing. You would expect some of those to come in, but they're hanging around. They trail by 7. What do they got to do, Katie, here in this second half if they're going to pull off this victory, in your opinion?
Well, they just have to keep their defense up. As always, it's always about defense. And like I said, they're getting those second chance opportunities, so they have to make those shots count. And that's pretty much what you have to do. Absolutely.
Recapping the scoring for the Rudyard Bulldogs. Well, you want a balanced scoring attack, Katie. They have it as 7 players have scored, led by Cierra Molina with 5, 4 apiece from Rachel Beelen, Hannah Beelen, Chesney Molina, and Lane Clegg. 2 points apiece from Aaron Maloney and Jaden Mesnard. For the Brimley Bays, 5 players have scored tonight, led by Victoria Aikens, who leads all scorers with 8. Julia Stenglin with 4, Olivia Wilcox with 3, Tamisha Archambault with 2, and Kendra Carrick with 1. Free throws in that first half, Rudyard 3 of 8, Brimley 2 of 6. And foul trouble, really the only player in real foul trouble right now is Hannah Beelen for Rudyard. She has 3, Cierra Molina has 2. And for the Brimley Bays, only 1 player has 2, that's Abigail LaRue. The winner of this game will take on Engadine here on Wednesday. Engadine was scheduled to play tonight at 7:30 against Ojibwe Charter, but Ojibwe Charter did not participate. They had to cancel, so Engadine will be in the district final. And one other game going on tonight in this area, in Class D down in Cedarville, it's Pickford taking on Detour. We're going to take our final break here in our Superior Pizza and Subs halftime show. When Katie and I come back, we'll have the start of the second half of girls basketball. Again, our score at half, it's Rudyard 25, Brimley 18. You are listening to Brimley Bays basketball on Eagle 95.1. Back here in Brimley, Michigan, second half just about to start as Brimley with the ball trailing by 7 here in this girls basketball semifinal in Class D. Scott Nason, Katie Woolen here in Brimley. Our broadcast engineer tonight, Brendan Benson, back in Sault Ste. Marie. A beautiful, sunny day in the EUP. Now that one goes out of bounds, and that will stay with Brimley. The other game about to start here in about 20 minutes down in Cedarville. Girls basketball, Pickford and Detour. The winner will play Cedarville on Wednesday. The winner here will take on Engadine also on Wednesday. Now here's Carrick with the ball for Brimley. Carrick over to Archambault. She launches a long two. That one's off the mark. Rebound picked up by Rachel Beelan. Now Beelan's pass near side Mesnard. She keeps the dribble alive after that one going off her shins. Between the circles to Cierra Molina. Cierra Molina with the ball over to Clegg. Now inside Molina, outside to Beelan. Rachel Beelan just kept that alive. Backhand pass to Clegg. Now Rachel Beelan, little spin move there. Shot short, rebound picked up by the Bays Aikens. Victoria Aikens gets it to Carrick. Carrick across the midcourt line for Brimley. Near side, Maxwell. Ivory Maxwell up top to Archambault. Archambault with it over to Maxwell. Maxwell over to Carrick. Top of the circle, now far side Archambault launches the long two. Good. Tamissa Archambault with 4. The Bays trail by 5. Just kind of hanging around right now, Katie. 1 minute gone by here in this third quarter. Cierra Molina, left-handed dribble over to Mesnard, top of the circle. Now she drives the paint. That one blocked again by the Bays. Nice job there by Aikens. Mesnard gets the ball back, though. Just kept that one alive, and that's all just hard work by Jaden Mesnard.
Yeah, that was great effort by Jaden Mesnard. She had 3 Brimley Bays on her, and she still managed to get the ball and shoot it and get the foul called.
Well, they don't have the fouls reset from the first half. They're going to have to clear those out. That's the first foul on Brimley. Here in the half, that's on Victoria Aikens. So Mesnard at the line shooting 2. First free throw good. So Rudyard, after missing their first 5 free throws, they've made their last 4. Mesnard with 3. And that will make the lead 6. Second free throw, no good. Rebound by the Bays. Here's LaRue. Now she had it stripped there. Picked up by Clegg. Clegg inside to Mesnard. Mesnard with the shot, no good. Rebound, Rachel Beelan inside for the Bulldogs. Now Cierra Molina puts up a shot. No, Rachel Beelan gets the rebound again. Beelan inside, and that's going to be another foul on Brimley. And another 2 free throws for Rudyard, this time by Rachel Beelan.
Yeah, Rudyard Bulldogs came out of that locker room just with full of energy, and they're ready to play, Scott.
Yeah, absolutely. Kendra Carrick with the foul, her first. Now Rachel Beelan makes the free throw. She has 5. As that extends the Rudyard lead to 7. So Rachel Beelan, the younger sister of Hannah Beelan, who's still on the bench with those 3 fouls. She misses the second. Rebound picked up by the Bays. Carrick with it. Kendra Carrick, top of the circle. Pass almost goes out of bounds. Aikens keeps it alive. Now Archambault inside to Stenglin. Stenglin triple teamed, had that strip, keeps it alive. Pass it to Archambault. Shot along the baseline. Good. Tamissa Archambault with 6. And the Bays trail by 5. Now outlet pass to Rachel Beelan. She drives the paint. Contact made. Travel before the contact. And so she's down on the floor. Nice job there by Ivory Maxwell with good sportsmanship to help her up. I always had good sportsmanship in hockey, but I was always the guy falling down trying to reach my arm. I was just trying to be nice, like, no, I knocked you down. Now here's Archambault's shot. I'm going to rush that shot, Katie. That one goes out of bounds.
She was feeling pretty confident because she's made the last 2 shots in a row, but she just got to keep shooting, Scott.
5:50 to play in this third quarter. Rudyard has led pretty much throughout. Braves led 1-0, but it's been all Rudyard since then. Now a long 3, Clegg, far side, no good. Rebound, Stenglin, up to Carrick. Kendra Carrick now, pass inside. That's Maxwell, long to Carrick. Now she had that one stripped by Molina. Molina bats it out, and that one's going to go off a Brimley player out of bounds. And boy, Cierra Molina's defense has been impressive tonight, Katie.
It's been very great, especially for these Rudyard Bulldogs. That's what they need to win this game.
Here's Mesnard with it across the midcourt line. Mesnard, now, that's got to be a travel there. That's about as obvious a travel as you ever see.
But the basket did go in, but obviously doesn't count.
So Bays with the ball. And going to have more substitutions here. You can listen to Brimley Bay's basketball not just on the radio, but online at our website, radioeaglesioux.com. You can also hear the podcast of this game and other selected Brimley Bay's game on our podcast page, thegamesportshow.podbean.com. Now here's Blake with it. Shot no good. Falls up the rebound and one. I'll tell you what, I like this Cora Blake. She hasn't been on the varsity team very long, but when she's been out there, she has been effective, and she cuts the lead to 3.
Yeah, that was a great effort by her. She missed the first shot. She got the second shot. That was also a great pass by Miss Tamissa Archambault across court.
Now free throw by Blake. Good. So all of a sudden, it's a 2-point game. As Cora Blake with 3. That foul was on number 41, Autumn Lemmerman, her first. And so Brimley just hanging around again, Katie. They trail by 2. Cierra Molina with the ball. Across the midcourt line. Between the circles, being guarded by Blake. Now Chesney Molina back to Cierra. Now Cierra looking inside, getting it outside to Mesnard. Left wing 3. Yes, ma'am. Nice looking shot there. Jaden Mesnard with 6 points, and that ups the lead to 5 again for the Bulldogs. 4:50 to play in this third quarter. Carrick with it. Over to Archambault. Now bounce pass to Blake. Over to Carrick, drawing the double team. Molina over to Archambault. Archambault now inside. Gets it to Stenglin. Her shot good. Julia Stenglin gets some offense. She has 6, and it cuts the lead to 3. 4:30 to play in this third quarter. Molina, pass stolen by Stenglin. Boy, is she having a nice game. Stenglin now had that swatted out of her hands. Out of bounds, will stay with Brimley.
Yeah, that was a great defensive effort by Stenglin with that steal.
4:21 to play here in this third quarter, as Aaron Maloney will check in, replacing Mesnard for the Bulldogs. Archambault to inbound. Bays trail by 3. They've only led once, 1-0. Now here's Blake with it. Blake had it swatted again out of her hands by Molina. Here's Clegg with it. Clegg on the layup, and that's a good foul right there.
That was a good foul.
By Cora Blake. Clegg had an easy layup, but Blake hustled back, commits the foul, and that's just good aggressive play there. You don't say too often that's a good foul, but that's a definition of a good foul because that would have easily been 2 for Clegg.
Especially because Clegg was so far up court compared to the Brimley defenders.
Now Clegg lands her first free throw. She has 5. The lead is now 4. Now Lane Clegg's second free throw up and good. So she makes them both. She has 6, and the Bays trail by 5 with the ball. Carrick with it. Kendra Carrick passes over to Archambault. Now Archambault up top to Blake. On the right wing, Carrick swings it over to Blake. Blake between the circles for Brimley. Over to Carrick. Carrick launches 3, right wing. No good. That one looked good. Rebound inside and 1. Nice job there by Victoria Aikens. She has 10. And she'll shoot 1, and that cuts the lead to 3, Katie.
Yeah, Victoria Aikens again she's probably got like 6 offensive boards, so great effort by her, and another and 1 opportunity for her.
And that foul on Hannah Beelan, so she wasn't in there very long, Katie, and she commits her 4th foul. And so here's Aikens at the line, makes the free throw. She has 11. And it's a 2-point game again, midway through this third quarter. Here's Chesney Molina, right of the lane. Puts up a tough shot there. Picked up by Clegg on the near court. Now up top, stolen there by Stenglin. Stenglin with it. Cierra Molina hustles back, stops a potential layup, and now she strips it out of the hand. Good hustle by her. Bodies going to the floor on that one. All sorts of action. It's finally picked up by Clegg. Now Clegg with it. Both teams really stepping up the defense here. Here's Cierra Molina. Left of the lane. Good job by Blake. Nice defense. Some contact stolen by the Bays. And finally a foul is called.
By Lane Clegg, I believe.
As, boy, lots of contact out there, but these referees have let them play throughout. Credit to them. They've been consistent. But that'll be a foul on Lane Clegg, her second. And Brimley will have a chance to tie or take the lead here, Katie. Tense action going on. Hey, it's playoff time.
Yes, best defensive effort I've seen in girls basketball all year, Scott.
Yeah, it's a good game here. Now lob pass near side. Stenglin inside. Aikens triple team. Puts
and
up a
she
shot
gets
now.
fouled.
And that foul is going to be on Rachel Beelan, her first. And she didn't think that was a good call, but she's not wearing the pinstripes. 3 gentlemen here are, and they call it a foul. And that'll be her first, and at the line will be number 22, Victoria Aikens. She'll shoot 2. First free throw up good, so she makes it. Brimley a perfect 3 of 3 from the line here this third quarter, cutting the lead to 1.
One more free throw to tie it, Scott.
Victoria Aikens, another one of these players that came up late season off the JV, and she has been effective. Second free throw. Shooter's roll comes in, and all of a sudden we are tied here in Brimley at 32. Now Rudyard with the ball. Mesnard inside, almost stepped on the end line. Gets it to Molina. Chesney Molina with the 3. That one's no good. Rebound inside. Beelan puts up a shot. No, but she was fouled. And that'll be 2 free throws for Rachel Beelan, as I believe our Shambo will get the foul. That'll be Brimley's 5th. 3 minutes exactly to play here in this third quarter. Tied at 32. Molina, or rather, check that. That's Rachel Beelan. Carlos Molina can't shoot free throws. He's ineligible. Free throw up and good by, no good by Beelan. All over the place here, Katie. Second free throw by Beelan also misses. Both shots missed, but rebounded by the Bulldogs, Chesney Molina. Now inside Beelan spin move, no good. Now here's Molina inside, and that's going to be a carry by Cierra Molina. Again, credit this defense by Brimley.
I don't know what Ray told him, but it's definitely working for them,
You're
Scott.
exactly right. Yeah, they have switched things up here. It took them a couple minutes to get going in the third quarter. And again, Kitty, you look at this. Kendra Carrick, leading scorer, 1 point, and they're still tied. Now here's Blake with it. Cora Blake gets it to Carrick. Now Carrick back to Blake. Blake to Carrick. Thought about the 3. Now looking. Pass inside Stengel. Wide open, but she bobbled the pass. Kept alive by Blake. That one not an over and back because it was deflected. Now Stengel. Lob pass over far side. Stolen by Clegg. Here's Lane Clegg across the baseline. Another across the midcourt line. Jeez. Can't keep up, Katie. Everything's action's just too fast for me tonight. Now here's Carrick with it along the baseline. She puts up a wild shot. That one no good. Rebounded by Clegg. Now here's Lane Clegg looking for the layup. Stengel on the defense, but Clegg puts that one in. She has 8, and Rudyard goes on top by 2. This game flying by right now. 2 minutes to play. Now a foul by Mesnard, and that's really what you don't want to see, Katie, if you're fouling somebody on the other side of the court here in a game like this. So Mesnard's first foul. Team foul number 5 for the Bulldogs. 2:04 to play here in this third quarter. This has intensity like a playoff game. It is a playoff game. Rudyard leads by 2. Now here's LaRue. That one deflected by Mesnard. Mesnard across the midcourt line. Mesnard now in the paint. Puts up the runner. No good. Rebound by Beelan. Beelan now just throws it up off the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Wilcox. The Bays with it. Carrick across the midcourt line. Kendra Carrick now. Passes up top. Blake open. 3. No good. Rebound by Rachel Beelan for the Bulldogs. Now outlet pass up to Mesnard. Mesnard drives. Puts it up. No good. Misses the layup. Blake kind of affected that shot. Now here's Carrick with it. 1:30 to play in this third quarter. Now another foul. We're going to have a timeout before the foul. Timeout, Coach Bell. I need one, Katie. 1:29 to play in this third quarter. Brimley trails Rudyard 34-32.
That's probably the most fast-paced game I've seen in women's and girls basketball in a while, Scott.
Well, Katie, as long as we have these games, we will always need officials. People staying involved in sports, willing to work hard. They're out there every day giving back to our kids. Let's give them the respect they deserve. Better yet, why don't you become one? Visit the MHSAA website for more information. There's help wanted. Just whistle. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics. And there's definitely a shortage of officials in this area. Basketball, baseball, hockey, football. They all need them. Sign up now at MHSAA.com. Off the timeout, Brimley with the ball. Trailing by 2. LaRue with it over at the far corner. Here's Wilcox. Launches a 3. That one's way off the mark. We'll call it a pass. It goes to Maxwell. Maxwell up top to Wilcox. 1:10 to play. Now a pass off the hands of Rachel Beelan. And just this defensive intensity for both teams has just been something to watch. It's been hard to describe apparently for me, but it's been fun to watch.
Yes, after those and ones, Rudyard has definitely stepped up their defensive effort.
1:10 left to play here in this third quarter. The winner will play Engadine on Wednesday here in Brimley, 7 p.m. start time. We'll have the call if Brimley wins this game. Now here's Carrick with it. Carrick over to Archambault. Fakes the shot. Inside. Automakins off the glass. No, that one was halfway down. Bounces out. Rebound now on the foul will go on Rachel Beelan, as that was LaRue that got that rebound. And that'll be Rudyard's 6th foul here in this second half. That shot by Aikens was halfway down, just bounced out.
Yeah, I thought she for sure had that shot, Scott.
Beelan's second foul, team foul number 6. Now here's Autumn Aikens over at the far sideline. Gets it to Maxwell. Now Maxwell drives, puts up a high arcing shot, no good. Rebound inside Clegg, and we're going to have a jump ball. And that will keep it with Rudyard. 50 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Bulldogs with the ball, leading by 2. Brimley has only led once, 1-0. In the first few seconds of this game, it's been all Bulldogs as far as leading this game. Now here's Chesney Molina. Thought about the 3 on the right wing. Passes it over to Mesnar. Now she launches left wing 3. That one's short. Rebounded by LaRue. Bays with the ball. They can take the lead if they hit a 3 here. Ivory Maxwell. Pass just kept alive there by Carrick. Carrick inside. Open. LaRue shot.
That
Good.
was a great pass by Miss Kendra Carrick.
Abby LaRue's first 2. We're tied again at 34. 15 seconds to play. Bounce pass Chesney Molina. Fans getting into this one. Good crowd here in Brimley. Oh, almost a walk there by Cierra Molina. But Rachel Beelan puts up a shot. No good. Rebound Archambault. 5 seconds. See if the Bays can get a shot off here. Archambault with it. Quickly up court. At the buzzer. Blocked by Rachel Beelan. With 0.1 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. We're going to have a tie game going to the fourth. As, boy, this has lived up to the billing here. We thought this would be a highly contested game, Katie, and it is indeed that. You got to pretty much put it up off the tip. You can here. We are tied at 34 after 3. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on Eagle 95.1. Fourth quarter action underway in Brimley. Brimley with the ball. We are tied at 34 here in the fourth quarter. Now here's inside. That's Aikens with it. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Chesney Molina. Across the midcourt line. Rudyard's led pretty much throughout this game. Now Cierra Molina inside. Puts up a wild shot. Nice defense by Archambault. Here's Carrick, just with 1 point for the Bulldogs, but the Bays rather, but we're still tied. Now here's Blake with it. Cora Blake inside. Stenglin shot blocked by Rachel Beelan, picked up by Archambault. Nice pass inside. Oh, but missing the layup is Victoria Aikens, and we're going to have a out of bounds, and I think Brimley will keep the ball. Aikens wide open underneath to try to give Brimley the lead, but missed the layup.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Tamissa Archambault. She had an open jumper, but she gave it up to...
Now here's Blake. Katie hitting her up. That one goes in. Cora Blake gives Brimley their first lead since way back in the early first quarter. They lead by 2, 36-34. Now Cierra Molina. She launches the 3. That one's good.
She answers back.
Cierra Molina with 8, and the Bays now trail by 1. Back and forth we go. Carrick on the right wing, Archambault. Inside, bad pass stolen by Chesney Molina, but picked right up by the Bays, and we're going to have a foul. And I think that's going to go against Cierra Molina, and if it is, that'll give the Bays a 1-1. Now they're going to call that against Chesney Molina, her younger sister. And so Brimley, who's 6 of 10 from the free throw line, will have a chance to take the lead as number 22, Victoria Aikens, will shoot a 1-1.
Now, I hate to jinx her, Scott, but she's made all her free throws, I think, tonight. So
you're correct.
She can just keep this up.
So 1-1 opportunity for Victoria Aikens, leading all scorers with 13 points. 37-36 Rudyard. 7 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. Semifinal Class D. Shot no good by Aikens. Rebounded by Molina. Cierra Molina with a nice pass inside. Chesney Molina puts it up and in. Chesney with 6, and that's going to be a timeout by Coach Ray Bell as Rudyard goes on top by 3 with 6:48 to play here in this fourth quarter. You are listening to Brimley Bays basketball on WUPN Paradise, Sault Ste. Marie. My name is Scott Nason, joined here in Brimley by our color commentator Katie Woolen. Broadcast engineer tonight, Brendan Benson. 39-36 in favor of Rudyard in this Class D girls semifinal. Here from Brimley. The district final will be Wednesday night in Brimley between the winner of this game and Engadine. That one's set for 7 o'clock. Don't forget we have Sioux High Blue Devil playoff hockey tomorrow night with Tim and Clayton Ellis as they'll be down in the River City, known as Sheboygan, taking on the Chiefs in their pre-regional semifinal. Tim will have the call around 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So here we go. Rudyard with the ball. Oh, no, that should go to Brimley. Brimley called the timeout, so the Bays will get the ball, I believe. Isn't that the correct?
Yeah, because they just made that last basket.
Yeah, that's a good thing the referees caught that one as Brimley with the ball, trailing by 3. Kendra Carrick with the ball across the midcourt line. Credit the defense on her tonight. Carrick hasn't found her shot, but there's been good defense. Now here's Carrick with it. She launches a 3 near side. No good. Rebounded by Cierra Molina. Molina with the ball. Now Molina Top of the circle, lob pass over to Mesnard. Inside, Rachel Beelan on Aikens. Aikens, good defense, standing her ground. And they're going to call a foul on Brimley there, Katie. I think, is that against Stenglin? Yeah, that is. Little contact there underneath. Her first, team foul number 5. 6:27 to play in this fourth quarter. Now a long three, Chesney Molina, no good. Rebounded by Archambault. Archambault, pass up to Carrick. Now Carrick with it, finding some space, puts up a shot. No, but she'll shoot 2 free throws, easy for me to say. And will give Brimley a chance to cut the lead down to 1. That'll be a 2-shot foul. That foul will go on Clegg, her third. So Kendra Carrick, just with that 1 point tonight, she'll shoot 2. And she rattles that one in, so that cuts the lead to 2. Now Maxwell checking in along with Victoria Aikens for the Bays. So Kendra Carrick will shoot 1 more. Second free throw up, and that one's good. So Carrick makes them both. That cuts the lead again, 2-1. Cierra Molina quickly to Chesney Molina for the Bulldogs. Back up top, Cierra. She launches the 3. No good. Rebound inside. Battled for, picked up by Archambault. Now Archambault gets it up to Maxwell. Bays can take the lead, and she traveled there. It's just kind of lost her concentration, I think, on that one. Katie got a little too excited.
Yeah, I was kind of unsure if that was a travel. I mean, I guess it was. I wasn't sure if she planted that pivot foot, but it looks like she didn't.
Now Mesnard, open far side, drives the baseline for the Bulldogs. Thought she traveled, but she had it stripped by Aikens. Rebound to Archambault. Base trail by 1, under 6 to play. Archambault bats it over to Maxwell. Maxwell up top to Carrick. Now Carrick over to Maxwell. Maxwell on the left wing. Lob pass between the circles. Carrick on the right wing, Archambault. Inside, that's Aikens. Aikens shot no good. Rebound picked up LaRue. Battled for, picked up by Mesnard. And Mesnard just, I thought she had contact there, but Mesnard with the ball for the Bulldogs. Over to Chesney Molina. Now Cierra Molina. Over to Chesney. Back to Cierra between the circles. 5:20 to play in this fourth quarter. Now on the right wing, Mesnard. Thought about the 3, now dishes it over. Round the horn to Molina. Cierra Molina drives, goes around everybody, but a foul before the shot. And so that'll be the 6th team foul on Brimley. 5:14 to play here in the fourth quarter. As that foul will go against Maxwell, her second. Bays to inbound. Rather, check that, Rudyard to inbound. Cierra Molina. Pass over to Rachel Beelan. That one knocked out of her hands, but it goes off of her. Back to Brimley. Good crowd here, Katie and Brimley, I got to tell you.
Oh, I got to tell you, Scott, there is a big crowd here tonight.
Some big hair here, apparently, too. Now here's the Pompadour. Now a shot that goes off the backboard, no good. And good friend Don would appreciate the humor in that comment, as that will be a foul on I believe, Brimley. They call that on Brimley. I didn't see what happened there, Katie.
I think we were laughing about this crowd.
So that's going to give Rudyard a 1-and-1 opportunity, as that foul was on Victoria Aikens off the missed shot by Brimley. So Rachel Beelan at the line. Shoot a 1-and-1 free throw, no good. Rebound, all 3 Bulldogs go to the floor going for that rebound. My goodness, here's Archambault. That one's stolen by Molina. Now they have a 3-on-0. It's like a hockey break. Here's Beelan, Hannah Beelan inside, puts it up and in. As those 3 players that fell down ended up getting the ball. 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. Now here's LaRue at the free throw line. That one almost stolen. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebound by Chesney Molina for the Bulldogs. Molina across the midcourt line. Bounce past Cierra Molina. Fakes the 3. Drives the lane. Puts up a tough shot. No. But Cierra Molina will shoot 2 for the Bulldogs.
That was a great pump fake by Cierra Molina. And even faked me out, Scott.
Yeah, I know. That's hard to do. You're pretty sharp up here. As that foul will be on Victoria Aikens, so that's big foul trouble for Brimley, as their leading scorer now has 4 fouls. First free throw up and in by Cierra Molina. She has 9 to lead all Rudyard scorers. The lead is now 4. 4:28 to play here in this fourth quarter. Now second free throw up, and that one's good. So Molina sinks them both. She has 10. And the lead is now 5. Still lots of time in this one. 4:25 to play in the fourth quarter. Blake with it. Over to Archambault. Launches the shot. No good. Kind of a forced shot there. Goes off of Stenglin out of bounds. Will go to Rudyard. We'll have a timeout on the court, Katie. 4:17 to play in this fourth quarter. Rudyard leads by the score of 43-38. The broadcast of tonight's game is a copyrighted presentation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and WUPN. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the MHSAA and WUPN. I always like to get that disclaimer. It sounds so official, doesn't it?
It does sound very
You can't
official.
go sell this on the black market, this broadcast.
No.
You got to go through me. You got to go through our station. You got to go through Katie, more importantly, as she will rough you up if you try to do that. But you can go hear the rebroadcast of this game on the podcast page of our sports show, The Game, usually heard on Monday nights. Now we're going to have a couple online broadcasts of that show. We'll have this game up there tomorrow. We'll also have Sioux Eagles selected home games. We also have Butch on Sports, who's a frequent contributor on the game, getting us up to date on the Metro Detroit scene and other sports-related items. Now, if you want to listen to those, you can do it for free. Go to the podcast page, thegamesportshow.podbean.com. Again, that's thegamesportshow.podbean.com. So the Bulldogs with the ball, leading by 5, 4:15 to play in this fourth quarter. District semifinal from Brimley. The winner will take on Engadine on Wednesday. Now here's Hannah Beelan inside, puts up a shot and one. Big shot for the Bulldogs. Hannah Beelan with 8 now. So it's 45-38 in favor of Rudyard. That foul on LaRue, her third. Now Hannah Beelan at the line, shooting it and putting it in. She has 9. All of a sudden, it's an 8-point lead for Rudyard. Halfway through this fourth quarter. Cora Blake with it. Now Blake inside. Lob pass over far side. That's Maxwell. Almost lost it. Kept it alive along the baseline, and that's going to be a foul on Cierra Molina. So that's the 9th team foul on Rudyard. So that'll give Brimley a 1-and-1. So number 24, Ivory Maxwell, at the line looking for her first points. Big free throws here for Brimley. They want to score on as many of these trips as they can. Maxwell's first free throw up, good. So she gets on the score sheet, her first point. That cuts the lead to 7. 3:56 to play in this fourth quarter. Still lots of time. Free throws are going to become a factor in this game. Second free throw up and good. So Maxwell sinks them both, just what Brimley needed, and that cuts the lead to 6. Here's Clegg with it. Clegg, long 2 near side. Good. All of a sudden, Rudyard's starting to make their shots. She's in double digits with 10. Her first points here in the second half, and it's an 8-point lead. Blake across the midcourt line for the Bays. Now Blake with it. Blake getting it to Carrick. Carrick just cannot find her shot tonight. Double team near corner. Pass hits the side of the backboard. Kept alive there momentarily by Maxwell, but stolen by the Bulldogs. Here's Cierra Molina. Double teamed inside, and we're going to have a foul. And that's going to be 2 shots for Cierra Molina. So right now, danger time for Brimley, Katie. They trail by 8. 3:26 to play in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, Rudyard just kind of took over this fourth quarter, Scott, but Brimley is still giving it their best effort.
That foul will be on Blake, her third. So Cierra Molina at the line shooting 2. Misses the first free throw. She'll shoot 1 more. So if you're Brimley, you don't necessarily got to start shooting threes at this point, but you got to start making pretty much every possession one where you score points. Second free throw up, good by Molina. So Cierra Molina now with 11 as the Bulldogs have matched their biggest lead of the night. It's 9. 3:20 to play in this fourth quarter. Pass over Shambo. Now Stenglin inside. That one deflected out of bounds. No, it doesn't deflect. No, wait a minute now. That one deflected. Had to be a deflection as the referees confer. This one's got to go to Brimley, I would think, Katie. They got the call right. You know what? That's what good officials do. One doesn't get it right, they confer quickly. Done. You don't need 5 minutes of replay like in the NBA. Jeez Louise. Now here's Carrick with it. Inbound. Carrick swatted out of bounds by Cierra Molina. 3:14 to play in this fourth quarter. We'll have our post-game show. After this one, we'll recap the scoring. We'll get Coach Ray Bell's final thoughts of this game. Hopefully not the final season thoughts. Easy for me to say again. Now Stenglin misses a shot from the free throw line. Shot up, no good. Stenglin, third opportunity, no good. Rebound picked up by the Bulldogs, and that's going to be a foul, I believe, on Stenglin, and that's going to be 2 shots now as Rudyard in the double bonus, and now starts to really get tough as far as margins and time, Katie. 3:03 to play in this fourth quarter. That foul on Stenglin, her second. So 2 shots here for Cierra Molina. Misses the first free throw. She'll shoot one more. 3-possession game at this point. 3:03 to play. Now second free throw by Molina. She sinks that one. So she splits the pair, and the first double-digit lead for the Bulldogs is right now. It's 10 points. Now here's Maxwell across the midcourt line. Inside Stenglin. Tried to get the pass over. Stolen there by Clegg. Now Lane Clegg with it. She gets it up to Cierra Molina across the midcourt line. Molina with it. Now we're going to have a travel there as good defense there by the Bays Maxwell, but Bays are going to have to start scoring some points here, Katie.
They need to move the ball around, but fast, Scott.
Absolutely. 2:40 to play in this fourth quarter. Pass to Maxwell, excuse me. Now she's pressured by Rachel Beal, and if you're Rudyard, you don't want to foul right now, but you do want to create a jump ball situation, as Rachel Beelan does, and Rudyard gets the ball. So the Bulldogs right now in great position to advance to the district final. Not over yet, but they are definitely in the driver's seat right now. 2:30 to play with the ball, leading by 10. Now over to the far side off of a Brimley player, I believe. And so that'll keep the ball with Rudyard. We'll have boys district basketball next Monday, as we will have Brimley and Rudyard in Engadine. That one an early start at 5:30. Now here's Molina with it. Cierra Molina over along the far sideline. Molina with the ball between the circles. Now that one almost stolen by Stenglin, kept alive by Chesney Molina. 2:15 to play. Now some contact there, no call. Fans wanted one. Now here's Cierra Molina. Nice pass inside. Hannah Beelan puts up a shot. No. As that's going to be a block or a foul on Brimley. And now it's tough times for Rudyard with the clock only being 2:08 left here in this fourth quarter. That foul on Carrick, her second. So 2 shots. Once again for Rudyard. Hannah Beelan will shoot 2. High arcing free throw misses. She'll shoot one more. Hannah Beelan with 9 points on the night. Leading the way for Rudyard right now is Cierra Molina with 14. For Brimley, Victoria Aikens has 13. Second free throw upcoming for Beelan. Now Hannah Beelan's second free throw up, another high arcer. That one's no good, so a break for the Bulldogs, for the Bays rather. Get my B's mixed up as far as nicknames. Now here's Carrick with it. Bays need points, they need them fast. Carrick launches, no good. She just can't get that shot to fall tonight. Now Archambault on the rebound, that one misses. Another opportunity, Aikens inside to Stenglin, puts it off the glass and in.
Pass.
Big shot, nice pass. That cuts the lead
pass.
to 8. Minute 45 to play. Don't know if you start fouling at this point if you're Brimley, but you got to really ramp up that defense. Clegg with it on the left wing. Minute 35 to play. Rudyard with the ball leading by 8. They just want to pass it around a little bit. I think if you're Brimley, you got to start thinking about fouling here at some point,
Scott.
Katie. Cierra Molina with the ball. Pass to Clegg. Fans getting into this one. Now here's Molina, and there you go. That's a foul on Blake. That's going to be her, I believe, third. So Cierra Molina will shoot 2 free throws. I don't know if that's the person you want to necessarily foul, Katie, but when it's a minute 21 left and you're down by 8, you got to foul somebody.
Yeah, anyone has to foul at this point.
Timeout on the court. Minute 21 to play here in this fourth quarter. This timeout brought to you by the Mimic Insurance and Prod Agency, reminding all school and healthcare employees that you can receive up to 35% discounts on your home and auto insurance when you're with Mimic. Contact the LaPrade Agency at 635-5981 to find out how. So, Katie, when you're a team that's down in this position, and Brimley's down 8, with a minute 21 to play, you're pretty much forced to foul when Rudyard gets the ball. Now, if you make the shot, you can obviously imply the press and try to get a quick steal, but really, you got to stop this clock at any opportunity you get, don't you?
Exactly. I think Brimley was a little slow on that. They should have fouled them right away, especially once you started. They should have listened to you, Scott, because you were talking about it. I think they should have heard you. But they did foul, so they still have a minute and 20 seconds left, so we'll see what happens.
Should I talk louder?
Maybe.
You do hear that around these areas. Sometimes people tend to talk a little loud. Kind of when you got the microphone and the volume with, I've always thought, but I digress. First free throw up by Molina, no good. So Rudyard missing a key free throw here. Second free throw up by Molina. She sinks that one. So it's still a 3-possession game now. Minute 21 to play. If you're Brimley, you got to start thinking about these threes here, Katie, as you're down 9. Now here's Blake with it over to Archambault. She puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, battled for, and that's going to be a jump ball. This will keep the ball with the Bays. A minute 9 to play, trailing by 9. Detour up on Pickford after 116 to 11. A little bit of a surprise there. That one going on in Cedarville. Our score here, 51-42, as that one just rattled out. How did that not go in? By Archambault, and that's a big miss there. That one should have been a little, deserved a better fate. Now that one spins out by Cierra Molina. Bulldogs leading by 9. Brimley with the ball. Carrick, she's got to launch a 3, you would think, but she passes it inside to Blake, puts up a shot, no. And that one will go out of bounds, and I think that's going to keep the ball with Brimley. No call has been made. Yep. They keep that one with Brimley. 46 seconds to play here in this fourth quarter. Bays trail by 9. Carrick to inbound. Lob pass inside. That's a foul. Boy, that's the last thing. If you're Coach Molina, you want to see right now stopping the clock. That's on Clegg, her 4th. So 51-42. Rudyard. Last minute to play here in this fourth quarter. No, that's the 5th on Clegg, so she will foul out.
Yeah, I thought that was her 4th.
Yeah, see, I think that should be 4. They're going to check that over at the scorer's table, and I'm pretty sure that's her 4th. And it looks like it is. So, hey, chalk one up for us again, Katie. Keeping those stats, keeping track of those fouls. That's why we get paid the big bucks.
Yep.
Wait, we get paid for this? First free throw up, good by Aikens. She has 14. That cuts the lead to 8. So again, now if you make this free throw, Katie, you can put the press on. You don't get that ball right away, you foul.
Yes, you foul. There's 46 seconds left. They can't waste any time.
And the second free throw misses. Big miss there. And almost a steal by the Bulldogs. Or by the Bays, rather. They got a foul. 40 seconds left. Here's Molina inside. She's like, you know what? No need to foul. I'm just going to put it up and in. And that's pretty much going to do it here, barring a miracle. 30 seconds left. As Rudyard in good position to advance to the district final here in Brimley on Wednesday against Engadine. 20 seconds to play. Stenglin with it. So the Bays season will come to an end. This will be our final broadcast of the year, but it was a hard-fought game. Credit the Bulldogs. They turned it on when they had to, as Molina misses a shot. 10 seconds to play. Bays with the ball, looking maybe for one more point here, but it's going to be too late. It's a steal by Molina, and she's going to ice the game with a layup, as the Rudyard Bulldogs will win by the score of 55-43. We'll be back with our post-game show here on Eagle 95.1. Back in Brimley, Michigan for our post-game show in girls basketball Class D district semifinal action. The Rudyard Bulldogs advanced to the district final on Wednesday with a 55-43 victory over the Brimley Bays. Scott Nason and Katie Woolen joined by head coach Ray Bell of the Brimley Bays. And well, coach, if you're going to go out and you're going to go down, you might as well do it fighting. And I thought your girls played a solid game out there. I thought it was a hard-fought game, but Rudyard just had a little bit too much at the end. They win by 12. Your thoughts on the game?
I'm very proud of my team. They did an excellent job. They've improved so much for the end of the year. They could have, early in the year, this team at halftime, we would have probably wilted. We came out that third quarter, owned the third quarter, came down to a battle of tempos. Rudyard got some easy baskets, and when we kept it a half-court game, I thought we outplayed Rudyard. But hats off to them. They did a great job of forcing the tempo they needed to at critical times when they needed to. But we got a young team, and we'll be back next year.
Coach, this is probably my third broadcast I've done for you this year. This was the best game I've ever seen the Brimley girls play. How are your seniors doing, and what are they going to take from this game and from this season?
I have a great group of seniors. Autumn Aikens has played for 2.5 years. She's the ultimate team player. She knows all the spots. We've played her at a 5, at a 4, at a 3. She's been a captain. She will be very successful in whatever she does in life because she has a smile on her face, always does her best job. And she had some good looks in there that just didn't fall. That kind of the story of our offense. It got some good looks but just didn't fall. Olivia Wilcox is our bundle of energy. She goes. She's the one on the bench that's hollering out when we're switching defenses or offense of what to do. And she made a couple of big shots and made some big plays, and she will be missed, her heart and soul part of this team. And Julia, she didn't play last year. She came out and played this year. She saved us when we needed saving.
Big shots tonight.
Yeah, she came off and made some huge shots, and she had some great looks that just didn't fall. She's been good. She's got a great touch around the inside, and all three of my seniors will be very successful because they're hardworking kids and know what to do.
Looking at next year's team coach, I mean, I talked a lot on the broadcast about Cora Blake and her play. I mean, just a freshman coming to the varsity late and playing some solid minutes. She had 5 points, but boy, her defense and basketball IQ is huge. Ivory Maxwell, who came up late, you know, she's a junior. You got a lot of seniors coming back. Abby LaRue, Ivory Maxwell, Kendra Carrick, Samantha Bishop. You also have Kiera Perron. You have some sophomores. Future looks pretty good for your team.
Yes, we're looking really good. They've been playing well. Now we just got to make sure we stay together in the off season. Tamisa Arshamba, very good. We have some size, we have some skills, some passing, some speed and quickness, and they've tasted success. They know how close they are to being a good team and the little things that it takes to win. So,
Okay, do you have any final questions for Coach Ray Bell before we let him go?
I just want to say, well, not necessarily a question, but I just want to say, Ray Bell, I've known him for a few years. I actually played against him, Sioux High versus Brimley, so it's always great playing against you guys and watching you play and seeing you guys grow as a team throughout the year. So,
well, thank you very much. And It was when you played at Sioux High, we had some awesome games back and forth.
It was a great
battles.
competition.
Yes.
Well, Coach, again, want to thank you for coming up after the game and this season. We're hoping once again to do Brimley Bays basketball next season. Fantastic season. Best of luck in the off season, and we'll probably get you on the air here, probably not too far off the distant future, to talk sports in general. Thanks for a fun season and always coming up and talking to us, win or lose.
Hey, thank you guys for coming. We enjoy you broadcasting Brimley basketball, both boys and girls.
Great. Thanks again. We'll talk to you soon, my friend. All right, let's recap the scoring, Katie, as you will give us our player of the game coming up. For the Rudyard Bulldogs, Cierra Molina led the way. She had 17 points on the season as Ray's granddaughter there wanting to see Grandpa. He's like, oh, you guys took too much time. I want to give Grandpa a hug here. Very good stuff. Lane Clegg with 10 points for the Bulldogs. Hannah Beelan with 9. 6 points apiece from Jaden Mesnard and Chesney Molina. 5 points from Rachel Beeland and 2 points from Aaron Maloney. For the Brimley Bays, they were led by Victoria Aikens with those 14 points. 8 points from Julia Stenglin. 6 points from Tamisa Archambault. 5 points Cora Blake. 3 points apiece Olivia Wilcox, Kendra Carrick. 2 points apiece from Ivory Maxwell and Abby LaRue. So the Brimley season is over. And Rudyard will advance to the district final again on Wednesday night here in Brimley, 7 p.m. against Engadine. So, Katie Woolen, your player of the game tonight for this one.
All right, so even though the Rudyard Bulldogs, they did a great job and they won this game, I'm going to have to give this player of the game to Victoria Aikens. Like I said, I did a few broadcasts, and that's the best I've ever seen her play. She dominated on the offensive boards, defensive boards. The guards did a great job getting the ball inside to her, and she just did not give up. And she had 14 points. So great job to Victoria Aikens, number 22 for the Brimley Bays.
Absolutely. Well, Katie, thanks for joining us on the broadcast. This is our final girls game. Who knows where you're going to be next fall into winter, but we appreciate it. We appreciate you doing all the board hopping back in the studios, and thanks for joining us here from Brimley.
Yes, thank you, Scott, for having me. It's always fun, especially with you.
Also want to thank our broadcast engineer, Brendan Benson, Double B, as he's known in the industry, for broadcast engineering tonight back in our studios on Ashminster. A reminder of our sports schedule this week. Tomorrow night we'll have Sioux High Blue Devil hockey as the Blue Devils will take on Sheboygan in their pre-regional semifinal. That one will be around 7 o'clock. Tim and Clayton Ellis will have the call of that one. And if the Sioux High Blue Devils win on Tuesday, they'll play on Thursday night, also in Sheboygan. That one's 7 p.m. against the winner of Alpena and Gaylord from tomorrow. And if the Blue Devils win that game, They will play Saturday night at 7 o'clock in Gaylord for the regional final. Our sports show, The Game, which is normally heard on Monday nights, will be online. You can hear a couple different broadcasts of the game. We'll be doing one tomorrow night, as well as we'll have one from Sioux, Ontario tomorrow morning. And you can find it at the podcast page of The Game at thegamesportshow.podbean.com. That's going to do it here from Brimley. We'll get back to more classic hits at random coming up here on Eagle 95.1.